Yo, what's good everyone? This is Ayo Boxing with Madiba, and we're here to talk about Cody Crowley pulling out the Jaron Ennis fight. So news broke that Cody Crowley had to pull out the Jaron Ennis fight on July 13th because he failed an eye exam. And this is disappointing news. I bought tickets to see this fight live, and I was looking forward to seeing Cody Crowley fight. To be honest, Cody was the perfect opponent for Jaron Ennis' Philadelphia homecoming. He has a name and is experienced at welterweight. Furthermore, he has a fan-friendly style. It would have been a great fight, but sadly, he can't be in it now. It seems like Ennis can't catch a break when it comes to opponents. Everyone at welterweight is either ducking or waiting until they're forced to fight him at the last minute. And when a name steps up like Cody, this shit happens. A replacement is now needed, and Ennis stated on Twitter that the new opponent will be a top contender. Assuming that the replacement will get Cody's purse, which is about $500K, this will likely entice several contenders to take the fight 1 month out. So let's look at the potential opponents. Before we begin, we need to rule out the other champions at welterweight because they are with different promotions, and I highly doubt that they will fight Ennis without a full camp. So no Brian Norman Jr., no Mario Barrios, no Amanda Stanionis. So now, let's look at the IBF rankings. When looking, we need to consider several factors. First is style. Since this is the first major fight in Philadelphia in years, the fight needs to be entertaining. Therefore, a front-footed, offensive-minded fighter will be favored. So we can instantly rule out number 7 ranked Jaron, since he gave a boring performance against Ennis in their first fight last year. Second is availability. The opponent must be available to fight on July 13th, which is little over a month, so anyone who's already scheduled to fight in June or July is ruled out. So that means rank number 10 Equal Esoman is ruled out. But we can also rule out anyone that fought in the past month or two, since it's unlikely they'll be ready. So we can rule out number 6 ranked Jen Psaki, number 9 Harry Scarf, and number 12 Josh Taylor. And the last factor is momentum. I don't think Ennis would want to fight someone who just lost in their last fight, so we can rule out number 4 ranked Giovanni Santillan and number 8 Roman Villa, since Jaron Ennis already beat him. So that leaves us with 4 potential opponents. Number 15 ranked Shak Ram is the most likely replacement in my opinion. He's undefeated, and his last fight was in February. Most importantly, he's signed to Matchroom. This would be an easy fight to make since Ennis is also signed to Matchroom, meaning no politics, and Shak Ram would most likely take this fight. He's ranked number 1 in the WBA and wants a title shot, and an Ennis fight will provide opportunity for a title fight, and it would definitely be his biggest payday. My only concern is his style, since he prefers to box rather than fight, so entertainment value is questionable. Number 14 ranked is David Avanesian, and he's the second most likely replacement. Avanesian is a known name at welterweight. He stopped Josh Kelly, but also lost to Terrence Crawford. He will serve as the perfect measuring stick for Ennis because boxing fans love the triangle theory. He seems to be a free agent, so I don't think there will be an issue with him fighting Ennis. Number 13 ranked Gabriel Valenzuela is the third likely option. His last fight was September of last year. I don't know why he hasn't fought since, but that means he's available. And since he's an undercard fighter from Mexico, I think a $500K purse would entice him to fight Ennis. He's also entertaining, and he has fought guys like Montana Love and Stevie Sparks, which gives him a measuring stick as well. And number 8 ranked Alexis Roca is probably the least likely choice for replacement. He's a known name at welterweight, having fought Rashidi Ellis, Blair Cobbs, and Giovanni Santillan. He also has an entertaining style. The biggest issue is that he signed a Golden Boy, however. I don't think Oscar De La Hoya would be so keen and willing to let Roca fight Ennis, especially since Roca is in the rebuilding phase after his shock loss to Giovanni Santillan last October, but I don't know. We also need to consider the non-ranked contenders. Aegis Kavalauskas is ranked number 8 in the WBC and could be a likely candidate for the replacement. He's a name at welterweight and has already fought on the zone, so I feel like Eddie Hearn may reach out to him and consider him for those reasons. Pete Dobson is another one. He's fighting on an undercard against Shalil Hackett. he can easily be shifted as the replacement. He's also trained and spar with Ennis, which means there's some familiarity between them, but that also creates a problem. Since he knows what Ennis is capable of, he may want a full camp to prepare. Rashidi Ellis is another name. He was intended to fight Ennis last year, but never happened due to the upset loss by Via. He hasn't fought since then, but he's been competing in Team Combat League and crushing it. He still may want to fight Ennis, but like Dobson, he may want a full camp to prepare to fight against Ennis. But who knows, this is boxing, anything can happen. But thank you for tuning in with Ayo Boxing with Madiba. Like, subscribe, and more content is coming your way.